Welcome back. Well, tonight, menorahs will be lit in homes across Colorado. Hanukkah is the Jewish festival of lights, and it begins at sundown. And here to talk about Hanukkah is Rabbi Mendel Sirota. Rabbi, thank you very much for coming in this morning.
Of course. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate your time. Well, talk about it. It's called the Festival of Lights. Why is that?
So the central observance of Hanukkah is the lighting of the menorah, which is a 9-branch candelabra that holds either oil or candles. On the first night, we light one candle, and then on every successive night after that, another light is lit, so that on the 8th night, we have 8 lights lit.
And it's starting early this year, right? And why is that?
Yes, so the Jewish calendar goes according to the solar calendar. So it depends on the solar calendar, and that's why it moves up every so often, every few years. It either moves up really early or then it goes in to become very, very late, depending on the calendar.
And the menorah is really the symbol of the season?
Yes, the menorah is the symbol. The candles, what they represent is that one candle, the nature of light is that one candle can light up many candles. And no matter how many candles that light lights, it never diminishes its own brightness. And so the message for us is that we can light up the lives of those around us, and it will never diminish our own brightness. On the contrary, it'll only make our own lives ever more brightly and ever more meaningfully.
Rabbi, we have to talk about why it smells so good in the studio right now. Talk about these things.
So every Jewish holiday has something to do with food. The main miracle that happened was when the Jews went to reclaim the temple and to liberate it from the Greeks who had desecrated it. They went to light the candelabra, the menorah, there at the temple in Jerusalem, and they only found one pure jug of olive oil that was enough to last for one night of Hanukkah. It would take 8 days to get new oil, and they lit the menorah, and it miraculously lasted for 8 days. So to commemorate that miracle of oil, we eat foods that are drenched in oil, deep fried. This is where the jelly donuts come from. Yep. And so many know it as sufganiyot, which is Hebrew for jelly donut. And then the potato latkes, these are the traditional potato pancakes that are also fried in oil. And those are the traditional foods for Hanukkah. My grandfather used to say that eating one of these, the heartburn that comes from them could also last for 8 days. So.
Real quickly, a heavy topic out there, the synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh. Talk about how that impacts the holiday this season.
Sure. So the message of Hanukkah is really the message of light. As Jews, we know that whenever there's an act of darkness, we should counter that with more acts of light and more acts of goodness and kindness. A little bit of light can dispel a lot of darkness. And that is really the message of Hanukkah, to add another act of goodness and kindness, another act of light, and that'll make a big difference in a sometimes very, very dark world.
Rabbi, we appreciate the education.
Of course.
You
Thank
are the
you
man.
very much.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
We'll be right back.